How do you fix slow sales on eBay? In today's video, that's the question that we're going to be answering, and hopefully I can provide some valuable tips to help you guys improve your slow sales on eBay. Real quick, if you guys find some value in this video, be sure to leave a like on it so you let me know and the YouTube algorithm know that you enjoyed this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and with that, let's jump right into the first way that I think you can help increase your slow sales on eBay. Now, some of these methods are really dependent on how much time you have to actually go through all of your inventory and implicate some of these things, and this first one is definitely one of those. But remember, these are proactive things that you can be doing on your store to help increase those slow sales and ideally get more things sold faster. The first thing I might suggest, especially if you have a smaller inventory, maybe less than 500, would be to individually go through every single one of them, modify something to the listing, and then actually relist it as a new listing on eBay. This is something that my business partner Erval has been doing now for quite a bit of time. He's been going through his video game listings on eBay and actually going and revamping them, sort of, adding a couple item specifics, maybe changing up the description. In some cases, I think he's even changed the photos, and then he would go ahead and relist them on eBay, and that gives them a boost in the algorithm as, it's a new item, it's not a stale listing, and it gets right up there at the top again where he can start to actually sell those items. But this can apply to any niche, especially some of those more valuable items. I think also adding a price change is a big one here. If you can lower that price down, let eBay know that you're serious, you want to move this item, they're going to help you push it right up to the top as well. So, I think even just lowering the price by, if you're doing video games, maybe $1 or $2. If you're doing like an antique, maybe drop the price down, 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever it is, relative to what your listing price is. Give a good discount, maybe 20%, and that should obviously help the item move. Okay, but what if you're like me? You have like 1,000 items on eBay, maybe even more than that, and you don't want to go through individually and relist them all. You're all on good till canceled, so you're not going to go and mess around with that stuff. Well, there's something else you could do. If you have an eBay store, you could actually go into the store settings and run a sale on your store. This could be something like a 15-20% off sale again, and this is sort of another way that you could, to some extent, modify your listings. You're not modifying them in the sense that you're going through them all and modifying one or two things, but you can definitely run some sort of sale on your page, which is obviously going to encourage buyers to purchase more. If the sale is, maybe a buy one, get one, a certain percentage off, or buy one, get one free shipping, whatever it might be, or again, doing something like that 20, 30% off sale, that's going to obviously help increase the sales of your listings. Another option, if you're looking to make a change or edit your listings to help them boost in the algorithm, would be to go through the bulk edit tool. And that's if you select all your listings on your listing page, your active listings, you can actually go ahead and bulk edit them all and change whatever section of them that you want. You can go through them individually and make modifications to your descriptions and to your titles, or you go through them all at once by selecting one section that you'd like to modify and do a mass multiply or a bulk modification to all of those listings. This is essentially still to let the eBay algorithm know that I'm still here. I want to make these items sell. I want to modify them and keep them up to date, and I'm trying to actually sell them, and then they're going to reward you for doing that, and they're going to know, okay, he's active or she's active, in replacing their listings and modifying them. We're going to go ahead and give them a boost in the algorithm because of that. Of course, same deal goes here. I still think that the price change is the biggest thing that you can do when modifying your listings and relisting them. That's going to make it, all the difference in terms of who will actually buy it, and you'll open up, more buyers and give them the opportunity to buy it. If they, had a price ceiling at a certain price, now they might, be interested in buying your item because you came down a few dollars. Okay, another really important option, and this is kind of an obvious one, but this is to allow best offers. Sometimes you have stale listings that have been sitting forever, but you don't have best offers on them. Well, that's ridiculous. I know personally, I put best offers on all of my listings because I'm always interested to see, what a fair price might be. Maybe I missed the mark on my pricing, or also, maybe if I'm feeling that day that I want to move something, or maybe sales are a little bit slow, I can start accepting some lower offers and actually get some stuff sold instead of it just sitting there. I know offers can be a pain. You have to go through them all every single day and figure out what's good and what's bad, and there's a lot of lowball nonsense, but you can set auto decline and auto accept features within your offers for each one of the listings that you do, and that can help again exponentially in a time-saving manner if you just go through and have it automatically accept and decline offers for you. Or you can do it all manually. That's what I do because I like to at least be able to negotiate with people, send counter offers, and I'm able to sell a lot of things that way. Probably I'd say maybe 30 to 40% of my inventory moves on an offer basis, meaning that a buyer has reached out or I have sent an offer to them, but one or the other, we have made an agreement at a lower price than what the listing was through the offer system. And again, this is something that can just help exponentially in terms of your selling. It also, I think, boosts you a little bit in the algorithm as well if you are, accepting offers on your listing, and it just helps you move more things, especially again if you have that item that's a year or two old and they're offering a low ball, but let's say it's still somewhat reasonable, you can just move it out for cost or whatever. You're still selling stuff and you're getting rid of stuff even if it's at a lower price than what you initially listed it for. Another thing that you can do, and this mainly applies if you're selling in bulk and maybe more on the impatient side, but what you can do is you can actually bulk up a lot of the items that you have. Let's say that, I'm selling video games, for example, is one of my things. So I've got a bunch of video games that just aren't moving. Maybe they've been listed for a year now and they just haven't sold, or maybe they're all sort of lower end or less popular games. Well, what I can do is I can actually grab all of those together, make one new listing for all of them, and sell them as a bundle. Obviously, when you bundle a bunch of stuff that doesn't necessarily have too much value, the bundle itself will create the value because there's lots of quantity of it, and that actually is a huge value adder to the items. And in some cases, you can actually get more for a bundle, per piece than you would have gotten trying to sell them individually. So bundling things up that are oftentimes the same genre or the same console or whatever it might be, the same category of items, will help, extremely when trying to sell things on eBay and trying to move things that aren't selling. Have you ever had the experience where you're listing all this stuff every single day, and every single day stuff is selling, and then all of a sudden you take a quick break from listing and your sales drop off a cliff? Now, I don't know specifically how the algorithm works here, but one of the things I've noticed, when selling things on eBay is that the more stuff that I list, the more stuff sells. And obviously that makes sense, right? You're putting more things up onto the platform, which then means that those new things should be adding more totals in terms of how much stuff you have listed, meaning that, yeah, your sell-through rate will be slightly higher, you'll sell more stuff. Okay, that's logical, right? But what if I told you this? The more stuff that I sell based on what I list isn't the new stuff that's getting listed, but it's actually the old stuff that's been sitting. For whatever reason, one of the main things I've noticed is when I list a whole bunch of new stuff on eBay, it seems to promote all my listings up to the top of the eBay ranks. Again, maybe letting eBay know that I'm still alive, I'm still here working away at eBay, and I want to sell some stuff. And it seems like all my old stuff seems to get a push and actually sells. So if I can make a suggestion, somebody out there is looking to increase slow sales, it would be to perhaps list more stuff. And I know that's sometimes counterintuitive if you're maybe trying to get away from the platform because you're like, man, the sales are just so slow. But trust me, when you start to list more and more stuff, it tends to just push your entire store up, and you can see that many more sales. That also brings us to the theory of, should you be listing, for example, you have 100 items, should you list them all in one day, or should you list 5 a day until you run out of that 100? Again, it's sort of debated. I've done both now, and I haven't noticed too much of a difference, but I suppose that more consistent method would match up with the idea that I just put out there, that it helps promote your items. So I would probably suggest that if you definitely have a limited number of items and you're not getting any for a while, maybe spread out the listings. Obviously, it's going to take some work off of you, like a workload in terms of, grinding through it all in one day. You can now spread it out, but also it's going to help with the eBay algorithm. All right, I left this one to the end because I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like it, but you could promote your listings. eBay does have the option to promote your listings, and especially if you're in a very competitive space or area where there's a lot of listings competing against yours, the promoted listing feature is probably not the worst idea. Now, yes, you don't pay anything up front, but you do have to pay eBay a percentage of your sale when the item does actually sell. But for that, you get an item that is potentially listed near the top of every single search result. So potentially, if you wanted to and were willing to pay a little bit more out to eBay, you could promote your items through them and, potentially increase your sales. I can't talk too much about this. I haven't done too many promotions through eBay. I've done a few for some really expensive items, but I haven't done too many to the point where I don't have enough data to actually compile to tell you if it's, going to actually make a difference or not. But through what I've seen online and through the listings that I've looked at that are promoted, it definitely does look like it's going to make a difference, and that it definitely helps your item get up there in the search. So just an idea, if you're really eager for something to sell and you're willing to pay a little bit more in fees to eBay, go ahead and promote that listing and let it jump up to the top, see if that helps. Guys, I think that's a pretty good look at a bunch of different ways that you can help increase your slow sales on eBay, but that's not all of them, and that's where you guys come in. If you guys want, go down below in the comments and let me know and let the community know things that you're doing to help increase your slow sales on eBay, and maybe we can all, use those tips to implicate into our businesses and actually start seeing an increase in sales. As always, be sure to go below and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That is going to wrap it up for today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys all in the next video.